Peace, peace, peace. That's good. I have a little story to share. A story revolving us being protected. What happens when we truly embody the knowing that no matter what, we're always going to be protected, that we always will have what we need when we need it, that everything will show up at the time that it needs to show up, never late, maybe sometimes before, but definitely never late. And the only difficult part about me sharing this is not giving every single detail of the story, because the story was actually something extremely heavy. It happened a few weeks ago now, and I actually just finished. I actually didn't even finish. I was writing about it in my journal because I feel like it was just a really big transformative experience for me, something that I needed to face that I hadn't faced since I was really little. And emotions that I needed to let myself express, emotions that I needed to heal, a lot of things that I needed to face that were tied to my inner child being wounded, feeling afraid, feeling stuck, feeling not worthy enough, feeling less of, less than, being put down, being bullied, all these things. Can you guys stop? Things that were just not of harmony. Give me a second. And also, I feel my voice tied up a little bit, and I feel like it's funny how it's feeling tied up and a little choked up, because that's also something that I needed to get through, to overcome, to release, to be able to speak my truth, to be able to not be silenced, to not let myself shrivel down inside and let my spirit just be attacked and create blocks within my energetic body, these energetic forces that we have, like my throat chakra. So even though I'm feeling a little choked up, which is funny because I was literally choked. I was literally choked that day, which has everything to do with how I've felt throughout my life. Like my throat was wanting to be blocked. It was wanting to be choked, to not be able to, so that I wouldn't be able to express myself, so that I wouldn't be able to communicate the way that I am meant to communicate here on earth in a healthy way. So, my story of protection. So I experienced something very, very heavy, something that I've experienced before. It's nothing new, which is, it's so, nobody should be experiencing things like that. It's not something that should be normal. It's not something that should be, we shouldn't, the fact that it's something that's not new to me to experience, the fact that it's something that's not a shock to me, it's not a surprise to me, it's like, wow, we shouldn't be life should not be that way, where we get used to these really heavy experiences, where we're used to getting treated a certain way, where we're used to getting abused, whether it's mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, whatever way it is that we get attacked. We should not be used to that. That's not something that should be a norm for us. However, what happened is something that I've experienced hundreds of times throughout my life since I was very little, and I know that it resurfaced now years later, even though it's continued to happen throughout my entire life. But I feel like it happened and it resurfaced in this moment because I've been working on myself, because I have been doing a lot of inner work, healing myself within, doing a lot of self-realizations, self-reflecting, doing what I can to become a better me and release these traumas, release these experiences that I know that are not a part of my path anymore for me to continue to experience. And I know it resurfaced because I needed to put a stop to it now. I needed to voice myself. I needed to stand up for myself. I needed to put my foot down firm and stand up to this bully that I have had lurking behind me, in front of me, to the side of me all my life. This energy, I'll just say it's an energy. Just a second. So I say that to say that regardless of how heavy and traumatic that experience was, I can see exactly why it happened for me. And because it gave me, I'm constantly I'm constantly reminded of how protected I am. I'm constantly reminded of how much Source loves me and how much Source is always looking out for me, knowing how I feel within me, within myself. And this experience gave me yet another experience of proof of all the protection that I have, because I continuously, intentionally call out to my protection all the time. It doesn't matter if I'm just going around the corner to a store. It doesn't matter if I'm just taking a little walk around the block. It doesn't matter if I'm going with my trusted friends that I feel safe with. I am always constantly calling on my protection and acknowledging the fact that I have spiritual protection, that I have these spiritual warriors that are literally at my front, at my back, at my sides, and I have a bubble of protection. I've talked about this bubble of protection that I'm constantly visualizing around me, that I see myself within this bubble, that nothing that is not for me, for my highest good, that doesn't have good intentions, that is not coming from the frequency of pure, honest, genuine, gentle love, it cannot come into my bubble. Literally just like a bubble, it'll bounce right out. It cannot get through to me. And when things do get through my protection, of my bubble of protection, it's because I know that there's something that I need to heal, that I need to overcome, that I need to face, that I need to express myself with. And I know that that's why this experience came to be. So my story of protection starts now on part 2. Let's go to part 2.